A fan asked Jon Jones on X, "How does it feel to be retired?" Jon responded saying, "I don't know if I want to call it retired. I feel like I'll always have an ability to pop out and show him. I've had many breaks throughout my career. My identity outside of fighting is well intact. I'm genuinely enjoying life. I'm growing in different ways."
I mean, did he say he wants to retire? He didn't say, I'm going to retire, I'm hanging it up, it's been great, everybody. Thanks a lot for all the years, see you later. He said, I'm going to take some time off, and I'm going to, that's enough. First of all, that decision that happens, right? You don't just say, hey, I'm going to take a while off, and maybe I'll be back, maybe I won't. You owe it to the fans, you owe it to that belt, you owe it to this company, and you owe it to Johnny Hendricks to give him that opportunity to fight again. Unless you're going to retire. You know, I told you guys a million times, he's got plenty of money. He can retire. That's a fact. He could absolutely, positively do that. There's no, hey, listen, I'm going to go on a cruise and, you know, I'm going to be gone for 2 years and, you know, I'm going to take a hiatus. I'm going to take a leave of absence. I'm going to, whatever the hell it was that he was saying, that's not how it works. It doesn't work that way.
I think honestly they should strip Jon Jones, you know, because it's just too much time. Jon Jones is doing the same thing that Conor McGregor did to Michael Chandler, you know, just trying to make the guy lose time. I don't think he's fighting anymore. Yesterday we saw the video. He's saying that he's done. Yeah. So I think it's time for Thomas Pinal fight somebody for the belt. I would like to watch Jones against Ngannou at the time and against Thomas Pinal, you know. But not fighting then, I don't think it will hurt his legacy. But definitely, if he have fought both of these guys, he would cement his legacy as the greatest of all time, no doubt, you know. But what I think is going to happen is I think UFC is going to push against him, you know. But we never know, because in the end of the day, there is this business deal with ESPN Plus, right? Yeah. They are trying to move to the Netflix, and I don't know. UFC will need to be very clever with that, you know, because they need stars, and they don't have McGregor, they don't have Ronda Rousey, they don't have the same household names anymore, you know. Who is the most popular fighter right now in UFC? I would say Alex Pereira, and Alex Pereira is not even champion, you know? Right. So that's why I think they need Jon Jones. They need that big names, but I don't think Jon Jones is fighting anymore.
No. И как бы у тебя все пока не получится. Главное просто брать, понять.
Khabib released a statement saying, "I flew over to America, became part of the biggest rivalry in the history of combat sports, beat someone I didn't like, and they also paid me for it. And after coming back to my homeland, invested that money in this beautiful place in Dagestan. This training center has a very interesting history. Let me add this. My lifetime still won't be enough to recoup this investment, but it was never my goal, and it's not. The goal was different."
So Chael and I were talking the other day. I don't know if he's trying to troll me, round me up, or if he truly believes what he's saying.
You entered a division openly that you said you wouldn't face one of the top guys. That's not a sign of courage. That's a sign of cowardice. I don't love the idea.
He was speaking in regards to Islam going up to 170. Here's where I disagree with Chael. He had been having his eyes on 170.
I'm not gonna leave this sport without second belt.
This isn't something new that Makhachev was talking about. And how about the fact that people constantly call you Islam, they called me, or anyone that cuts weight bullies? What about now that he's going up and he's gonna fight in a weight class that most of you say is more suited for his size? Well, he's so good only because he cuts so much weight. If he weighs that much, he should do well against those people that are much smaller than him. How about now? Jack Della Maddalena is as tough as anyone in the UFC. That's where I disagree with my boy Chael. I love Chael, and we have a lot of fun on our show. We always talk about step on the line, step on the line, step on the line, steps on the line every single time. This is the first time that Islam has honestly put his wishes above what everybody else wants.
I watched it live, right? Which means I'm watching it through my eyes, which I know how fast I am. I know real time. And I thought both of them looked slow from watching it with my own eyes. Then I watched it back on TV and it was a completely different look. Jack looked a hell of a lot cleaner than he did in person. And he looked a lot faster when you're just watching him versus Bilal. Whereas when you're sat front row, I'm watching it as if I'm in there. That's my mentality. But yeah, I think there was a lot of things Jack did that I thought were quite sloppy. But technically he was the better striker, so he was going to win that regardless. Bilal has never been known for his striking.
The company, just give me my fair share of the company.
I know you owe.
I just want 51%.
You owe nothing.
I just want 51. What do you mean?
Nothing.
But you love.
I'm just telling you.
You're gonna get yourself into a much bigger problem. We walk inside.
Nothing.
We go inside the court and you start saying I own nothing. You're gonna get into a big problem.
I'm
No,
ready.
we're just talking.
I'm ready.
What are you ready for?
Let's go.
Even if you're my mom, even if you're my mom and you walk inside there, even if you really were my. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, even if you really were my mom. You got to be scared of that. Even if you really were my mom, to say that I own nothing is gonna screw you guys bad. You do know that, right, Lorraine? What's up, everybody? It's BJ Penn. I just wanted to address for everybody that people come up to me and tell me, you know, I know you feel entitled to all of this properties that your parents had and this and that, but you didn't buy it, you didn't build it. And I just want to say right now, that's all bullshit. The whole time I kept this family afloat for years, from the financial crash in 08 all the way till today. The bowling alley, only one business is in there buying the whole thing. These people are crazy identity thieves. You see this right there? See all this right there? Fighting, always having money, liquid cash. These belts, that's what the UFC gym is there right now, paying the mortgage for the bowling alley, and these people are crazy. Just had to remind you.
Screw you! You're fired! You're fired!
Come back! Come back!
Come back. Come back. Come back.